The Odd Pod.
Odd Pod. Hello, welcome to the Odd Pod. The 10th of July is an interesting date in history. It is the anniversary of the Luftwaffe assault on shipping off the southeast coast of England. It was being seen as what the Prime Minister Winston Churchill dubbed in a speech 3 weeks earlier as the beginning of the Battle of Britain. Although heavily outnumbered, the British fighter pilots put up a fierce fight and succeeded in driving off the attackers. The Air Ministry said they inflicted the greatest damage on the German Air Force since bombing raids on the country began. In total, the Air Ministry said 14 enemy aircraft were shot down and 23 more were severely damaged. 2 British fighters were lost, but the pilot of one survived and was safe. The bombing raids began at dawn, hitting airfields along the south and east coasts. But the main attacks took place offshore later in the day when 2 shipping convoys were targeted, the first at 1100 hours off Manston, and at 1:25 in the afternoon a large force of about 120 bombers approached a convoy between Dover and Dungeness. Spitfire pilots went into the attack, shooting down a number of Me-109s and 110s. Exact numbers are difficult to verify, but it seems at least 9 planes were shot down. On landing, the Spitfire pilots said when they made their last attack and came round again to carry on the fight, the sky was clear of German aircraft. Towards the evening, Hurricane pilots sighted 9 Heinkel bombers protected by more than 50 fighters attempting to attack shipping off the east coast. The bombers were surrounded by 2 rings of Messerschmitt 109s, but the Hurricanes broke through and attacked the bombers, shooting down at least 2. People watching from the southeast coast say the first sign of the attack was when a wave of about 20 German bombers with a similar number of support fighters dived out of the clouds. They rained bombs down on a convoy of ships but didn't hit anything. A second wave of bombers and fighters followed, but before the second load of bombs could be released, the ships opened fire with their anti-aircraft guns. After all this, on the 16th of July 1940, Adolf Hitler ordered preparations for the invasion of Britain, known as Operation Sea Lion. Normally on this day every year, about now, I'd be boarding a plane from the Isle of Man to Luton to go to Duxford Airfield in Cambridge for the Flying Legends weekend. That was cancelled due to COVID-19. I'll have to go next year. Hope they keep the hotel room for me.
The Odd Pod.
Odd Pod.